The Torah Kedosha teaches us, Vayomer Hashem el Moshe. Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu, Emor el Aaron, you should tell Aaron, Kach matecho nete yodecho al mimei ha-Mitzrayim ha-neroisom leyorem ha-gameim v'al kol mikvei mimei v'yudom. He says, take your stick on all the waters of Egypt, and the rivers, lakes, all gathering of water, puddles of water, all be turned to blood. V'ho yodam will be blood v'chol eretz Mitzrayim, the land of Egypt, u'ba'itzim ba'avonim. And we spoke about yesterday that Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu to prove the power of Hashem, bedavka in the city, in the country, where witchcraft is something which they go to school and they were the best of the best at it. Because only the place where witchcraft is being learned as a science of witchcraft. And they had special schools, as the Medrash says, he brought Yuchni. Yuchni was the head of the scuela, of the school of witchcraft. And every little kid, Power says, to produce blood out of water, even a child 3 years old can do it. He brought children 3 years old, and they turn from the school. They turn water to blood. And he laughed on Moshe Rabbeinu. Come on, you're bringing me a hay in the city of hay, which means there's nothing. What was the answer? We said no. Adarabah, Moshe Rabbeinu says, yes, I bring fresh, good, the best vegetable to a market of vegetable, which means only in a place of witchcraft that they study it and they work on it, and that's the whole religion around witchcraft.
See the difference.
They will see the difference between witchcraft and the hands of Hashem, and they will appreciate that. They give it value. But in the midst of all that, Hashem tells Moshe Rabbeinu, you should tell Aaron. Tell Aaron to do so. Tell Aaron to take the stick and he will hit the waters to turn to blood. So Rashi brings down Medrash Tanchuma. Medrash says a diuk. Why Aaron? Why the Moshe Rabbeinu? Moshe Rabbeinu is the leader. Moshe Rabbeinu is the one that needs to prove to Moshe Rabbeinu, to Paroi, that the hands of Hashem is not witchcraft. He's the creator of the world. So Rashi says, Lefi shehegina ye'oir al Moshe kshenishlach l'trichot. Since Moshe Rabbeinu was a baby, the Ye'oir, the Nile River, protected him. When his mother put him into the Nile River to protect him. Lefikach lo iloka al yodoi. That's why the Ye'oir, the river, the Nile River, did not get a plague through him. Loi bedam veloi batzardein. Not with blood and not with tzvardein. Frogs. Veloko al yedei Aaron. And that's why that was through Aaron HaKohen. So the question is very obvious. What does that mean? The Ye'oir is inanimate. What kind of recognizing the good there is in inanimate? A human being saved me, somebody saved me, so I have a koras hatoiv, I need to recognize the good in that person. And therefore, the punishment cannot come through me. Good, I understand that. But here, the Ye'oir is inanimate, it's a doimem. So what kind? It's crazy, stupid. It looks like crazy. What is this thing that Moshe Rabbeinu cannot put a hit or a flick? The Ye'oir, because the Ye'oir saved him. A kind of a koras hatoiv. So the Ramban, in the end of next parsha, Parshas Bo, explains, at very length, that the most central midah, character, that makes a Jew a Jew. What makes a Jew a Jew? What is Judaism is about? I say, you're Jewish. What does Jewish means? Jewish means a relationship between Hashem and us through Hashem. How do I build a relationship? I have to feel a feeling of gratitude. He gave me life. He gave me food. He gave me water. He gave me substance. He gave me clothing. His mother, father, brothers, friends, yeshiva, rebbes, atmosphere, whatever it is. Air to breathe. He gave me. When you feel, recognizing the good that God gave you, you can serve Hashem, you can worship Hashem. But when you don't feel that you didn't get anything, you don't recognize the good, the gift of the good of Hashem, how can you serve Hashem? How can you worship Hashem? And we learned in the Iyun, those that learned, that in Mamar Sinai, the Jewish people gave their body to Hashem, right? They submit their body to Hashem as slaves to produce Kedusha Sagum, etc. So how can the Jewish people or a Jew can give his body, submit his body's essence to Hashem if he doesn't feel a great feeling of gratitude? So this really the most fundamental character of a Jew. If a person has a blemish in processing into himself a gratitude for good, if a person is lacking, a lot of people, different types of people. Certain people are very angry people, have mortiness, balgaivas. There's a different type of people character. If a Jew has a blemish and a midah on the character of gratitude, this Jew is in the worst reality that a Jew can ever be. Because the most fundamental, the engine behind the turbo, the engine behind everything, the foundation of Judaism is the relationship, serving Hashem, worshiping Hashem. The fundamental machine behind, the turbo, the machine behind is that feeling of gratitude. And if you don't have that, and you blemish on that character, you blemish the essence of your reality. You can never really serve Hashem properly. Moshe Rabbeinu understood that this character, as the Ramban explains, is the most fundamental character. And he cherished that character. He wanted to make sure that it's at its best and no blemish should be in it. To the level that even inanimate, the Yoim saved him. But the Yoim is inanimate, has no feeling, no relationship. He didn't want even to blemish that midah, because if you blemish an inanimate, who might slightly blemish of that internal process, emotional process that naturally God created in us, that emotional process that we feel gratitude when we receive good. To the level that he cherishes so much, and he understood that this would be my fundamental, my engine, my turbo engine that will drive all my relation to Hashem, all my service to Hashem. So I need to cherish it so much that I have to make sure there's totally not blemish, even though it has to do with inanimate things. I have to relate. I cannot hit the oil if the oil saves me. This is the famous Ramban. But you can say something even deeper. We know the Gemara says that Rabbi Yochanan knew the speech of trees. Today, even I think in some places around the world, in England and other places, they prove, if let's say I take water, and I want to use water to drink to heal myself, and I take the water and I curse the water, and I'm angry at the water, you know what happens? This is scientifically proven. I don't know if it's true, but that's what I heard. It's true, you heard that? What? You've seen it even. Okay, good. So somebody even saw it. I heard that that's the I don't know, but that's what I heard. Japan, which means if you take water, or you take a river, doesn't matter, a tree, and you act with anger and a lack of gratitude, that plant, that water, that inanimate, it's not totally inanimate, it's a live thing, will be damaged.
I used to be here, Ray. I used to talk to the trees. Used to
Right.
go there all the time. They grow better.
So, in that aspect, you can explain that really, Moshe Rabbeinu was not like, oh, I want to expand, I'm so careful of my character of gratitude, that the process, the natural feeling and the process of what creates gratitude in me, that I don't want to blemish it, even inanimate. It's not even. And as if it's inanimate really has nothing to do with it, no. Even inanimate, even water has feelings. So truths are very far out, because that feeling is not really something you can really measure so much of feeling backwards and forwards. It's not like a human being which has a relationship. But there is some semi-relationship that's being proven today in the world. The Gemara says in Masechet, where is it, Sukkah, and other places, that there were palm trees that people didn't relate to the palm trees properly, so they crumbled, they turned away, the fruits were not good, which means all those things. And not only that, there were Amoyim, they knew how to speak, they knew the language of palm trees. Sichas Kolim, the Gemara says that Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai, he knew all those Chochmes, and one of the Chochmes he knew the speech of palm trees, the speech of trees, the speech of water. If you look in Pika de Rabloza says he has a whole list of animals and trees that sing songs to Hashem. There's a famous song that we sing today in the modern world of Rabbi Nachman Breslev. That you have a shepherd and he sings the songs of Shirat HaAsabim, the songs of the grass. And it's a very amazing song that when you hear it, you connect to it, really expands your heart and your emotions. It's a famous song. Mi Shirat HaAsabim, whatever it is. You know that song? Yeah. It's a famous song. It's a modern song, but those are words of Reb Nachman Breslev. He talks about that the songs of the shepherd, that he knows the songs of the grass that grows in the fields, etc. The songs. So Pirkei Eliezer speaks about all those animals. Each animal, each thing has a different song, and he brings down psukim. What a dog sings to Hashem, what a cow, what a camel, what it is. Everyone wants their song, and he brings psukim. So a big machlokes between the Ma'arit, and others. What does that mean? They really physically sing? Or the angel, because every animal, every tree, every grass in the world, everything in the world has an angel. The water has an angel, and that angel is in charge on the water that will be clicked together and liquidate and whatever it is to be the same status of water continuously with the commandment of Hashem. And they have an angel in charge of that. So it means that the angel of the water is singing. But some say no. The Ma'arit says no, it's not the angel. It's the water itself. So which means more kind of, it's not inanimate. It's an animate reference to us that we don't really figure it out. But really it's not inanimate. The atom is not inanimate. The animate has electrons, atoms, neutrons. It's moving constantly and has a whole world and energy around it that has a song to Hashem. And if you get angry at it, if you get screamed at it, it gets affected. And more of that, it says in Chazal, in the end of days, the stones, kilois beisha shalodom, the walls which are made out of stones of a human being's home, will come and testify against them. Oh, you did this, you were angry, you did this, you were looking at that, you were doing this, you were thinking like that, which means you'll come and give a testimony. What does it mean? The angel of the stones? Or the stones? Simply it says the stones, kilois beisha shalodom. That's what it says, Joseph. The walls of a house of a man will testify against it. It's something physical, though for us is inanimate. It doesn't mean that we don't have a whole world inside, that we don't relate to it. Tzaddikim, Rav Shimon Bar Yochai, Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai knew all those things. They knew those languages. So now it makes more sense. That Moshe Rabbeinu, because same thing what we said, it makes it easier to understand. That Moshe Rabbeinu cherished the character of recognizing the good, creating a gratitude, feeling of gratitude, of paying back, giving, for the receiving of good. So strongly understood, this is the most fundamental character of the human being, that is the engine that will cause a Jew to serve Hashem properly. So he wants to cherish it. He went to another level, but not just crazy level of an action. No, a level that even water, even trees, even the knesuf, in the how do you call it, the bamboo that he was hiding in the water that saved him. So you don't want to heard that. You want to heard nothing and none of that. So that really is probably the depths of what it means here, that Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu, Emor el Aaron, tell Aaron, not yourself. You have to cherish, you have to be the leader of the Jewish people, the head, the top of the top, the cream of the crop. You have to have the most cleanest, finest meat of character, recognizing the good of gratitude. Tell your brother you cannot do that. Will blemish your fundamental midah of gratitude. Hopefully, B'ezrat Hashem, we will cherish that, build it strong, and that will cause us to serve Hashem with a full gratitude till the utmost.